All right, guys. What's up, everybody? My name is Juwan Rohan. This is the Misguided Podcast, where we intend to guide you to a better future. I have special guests today, Ryan and Ronnie, on the line.
Hey, it's Ryan.
Hey y'all.
So we're gonna go ahead and
I'm Ronnie.
interview. We're gonna go ahead and interview these two. Well, I guess it's just me today. Mike is dealing with some business stuff. But we'll have fun interview with just me. So we're gonna go ahead and start with who you guys are, where you guys are from, and then we'll get into kind of what you guys do. If you guys want to take turns.
Okay. Okay, Ronnie, you go.
Okay. Well, I'm Ronnie, and that's my sister Ryan, and we are sisters. We are both from the Bay Area. Born and raised in Oakland, California. Our family relocated to Antioch, and we started a business called Hella Healing Wellness. And what else did you ask me? I feel like you had something else. I'm sorry. I done lost my train of thought. That's that.
It's good. Where are you from, and kind of what what business you're doing? Like, what's your business?
Gotcha.
So
Hella Healing Wellness is. I had wanted to create something. I have a nutrition background. I'm a Reiki master as well. So together, me and my sister are into individual wellness and healing. Let's just say that. So we wanted to create something that could tap into what we both know how to do well. So during the pandemic, with my nutrition background, I wanted to create something that was easy to assist my family and friends with their immune systems with COVID-19 going on right now. So that was the main focus, was just healing and wellness for the people that we care about. Presented the idea to my sister, and it just kind of went from there. And so it's been going well. So we have juices, we have apparel, and here in Houston, I do like detoxes and other things like that. Just due to my sister's schedule, it's a little bit more busy for her. So I handle some things on this end. But yeah, so we create wellness juices to keep our people and our loved ones healthy.
Wait, so you're in Houston? Are you in the Bay, or what happened?
I'm in Houston, so I live in Houston, and she lives in California. So so we are.
That's cool because
you want to say?
Yeah, you get to promote in Houston, and and you get to promote in the Bay Area, and it kind of like that grow your fan base way easier. You got foot on the ground. What happened? Why'd you move from the Bay? I'm from the Bay. Well, I live in Berkeley, I live in Benicia, but I'm from Berkeley.
So I was when I was in college, I was looking for the Black experience.
So yeah, you wasn't gonna find that at Cal.
So I'm going to San Francisco State, and I was just like seeing my friends was in the South, and I was like, I want to do that, it brought me to Texas, and I went to Texas Southern University. And that was a great experience. And so I just fell in love with Texas. I've been back and forth to California, but I always end up back in Texas. Houston has become my second home. So I love it here. And it's just nice because I have family in California, so I can go back anytime I want to. So that's just always a great benefit to have. So I don't feel like I'm losing out. So I get the advantage of both.
What about you, Ryan? Why what made you stay out here in the Bay?
I didn't say. I was living out there. I went to Houston too. I was like, I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to go away to school. And I was like, you know what? My sister's the nearest thing that I can go to, so I'm gonna go here too. Yeah. So I was there for about a year, and then I was a little over it after there was a hurricane, and I was like, I'm going back.
So
I came back, and I've been here ever since. So I like the area.
It's not like you picked a better state because we got fires at freaking left and right now. So I probably would have took a hurricane. But nah, I feel it.
I got fresh air right now.
Yeah, for real. Yesterday was so bad with the smoke. Like in the morning it was good, but then it just got really bad at like 2 p.m. It was terrible.
Yeah. And it was orange out here the other day. So
yeah, that was kind of cool, but then it felt like we were about to get attacked by like some zombies or something. I don't know if you saw pictures, but
someone said that it looks like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas out here.
Oh wow, that's facts. That's facts. Very, very. So you mentioned that you started the business pre-COVID. So you started this year? The business was started in 2020?
It started in 2018, where it was just the apparel. So at the time, I was just kind of building the brand, just so we just had the shirts. So that's all we were marketing. And at the time, I had a meal prep business called the Meal Prep Princess. Okay. And I was just kind of over the cooking. Yeah. But I miss the alchemy of mixing food and wellness. I miss that. And so being able to use the juices to do and have the same effect, it was just a bonus, you know. So that's something
cool.
To add on to it. Yeah.
Damn, what kind of like struggles did you experience going into COVID with a business? Like, I know like everything hit all at once, and you know, businesses were shutting down, businesses that just started. Like, I had so much planned for 2020 that just kind of, you know, went out the window. How was it starting the business?
It wasn't that bad. You know, everybody's experience with 2020 and COVID has been different. And I feel like in its own way, it blessed me, because it's just like whenever you're starting a business, you're looking for a market. There's no point in starting a business where there's no market for it. And right now, everybody was looking to try to protect themselves. So I had friends that were making masks like crazy, you know, and I'm just like, well, what can I do? You know? And so it's just like, you always look at what you're good at, what's easy, what's accessible, you know, and like I said, focused on a need-based market. And simply my desire to want to keep people well. And so it was just like that, you know, they're like, oh, this is gonna help my immune system. Like, okay, I need that. And then after tasting it, they're like, oh yeah, I could do this, you know. And then people started to see certain people who had certain health conditions started to see improvement in their health. So it's just like, if you can get that to happen, then you kind of lock in a forever customer. You know, they'll fall off, but some of those things inside, those symptoms will come back. So they're just like, I need my juice. So it's like funny, because we'll meet up with people in the parking lot, be like, I feel like we're doing a drug deal. You know, like, you got my stuff. I'm like, I got your stuff.
You got my money.
So it's like COVID kind of really blessed us, you know? Yeah. And because it gave me the opportunity, because I wasn't in the office full time. So I was just like at home, chilling, brain just running, you know, and especially with all of the Black Lives Matter things like that, and Black businesses just kind of being propelled right now. It was just like, it was like our time. It was our time. Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool. What are you guys, is this your only job right now? Are you guys working the corporate world as well, or what? Yeah. What are you guys doing?
Corporate jobs as well.
What do you guys do?
So I am a eligibility specialist for a housing authority.
Okay.
So I'm working with trying to get people housed right now. Even now during this pandemic, we didn't get the time off. I've been an essential worker since everything started. So I've gotten 2 weeks off by chance, because someone may have got the COVID and I was exposed. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, and I just kind of milked it. And that's when I was able to just even do the juices. That gave me that perfect opportunity to like, yo, let's do it. Like, I'm ready. Come teach me. Show me. What do I have to do? You know? So she came out here and we made it happen.
That's cool. What about you, Ronnie?
I also work, I have a corporate job as well. I work for the school district out here. So we were kind of off, kind of on, still considered an essential worker. We had to be available. But I've been working remotely since then. So I've still been very busy. So I was working 10-hour shifts and juicing and on the weekends. So it's been hectic, but we've been getting it done.
I was going to say, how do you guys manage your schedules between, you know, the corporate and your dream goals of the juicing? So how's that?
Juicing happens on the weekends.
We have
on the weekend.
No more.
Yeah.
So every weekend is like dedicated. Like every now and then we'll squeeze in a break, or we'll look at how many orders we have, and we're like, okay, I think I could do that if I bring in. We hired our cousin, our little cousin, to come and help us as well. So
that's super dope.
You know, we make it happen. We make it happen.
Well, walk us through the process of kind of like you know, your process of juicing. How do you make the juices? I mean, obviously don't tell us your ingredients, but like, how do you make it? And then what do you, after you make it, you know, how do you ship it? Kind of walk us through that.
Okay. So I know for here, farmers markets or any type of markets are super big for like our juices, because I feel like you get the best quality. There's not very many pesticides and all of the stuff that you're picking out, your different fruits or even your vegetables. I don't like grocery shopping. That is not my
especially now, like, yeah.
I don't like it. But
I had to teach her how to grocery shop. Like,
really?
I had to teach her how to grocery, like, we're making a list, like, you know. And so, like, just being sisters and working together, like, that's a hurdle in and of itself, you know. So
I was just about to ask. Yeah, I was just about to ask.
So we have those moments where we're both just like, she's looking at me, I'm looking at her, and we're just like, okay, got to get back to it. Like, we don't have time for attitude.
Yeah.
Like, we have to get this done. We don't have time for attitude. You know, so we had to figure out when we were both in California, and I was supporting her and growing everything there for her, like how to work together and for her to learn. And then I had to let her know, you'll figure this out and figure out what works best for you. So it's the grocery shopping. So it's the making the list, knowing price matching, things like that, trying to figure out where do we buy the groceries, just because since we are smaller, since we're smaller, we're not buying that much in bulk yet. You know what I'm saying? So eventually that is our hope, like within the next 6 months, that we will be buying in bulk in that way. So we're price matching, seeing who gives us the best rate. So we're at Smart and Fine, or we're at the farmer's market, we're at Winco, we're at, you know, we are like everywhere trying to find whoever has the best prices, you know. It's a lot that goes into it, you know. We're cleaning the vegetables, peeling vegetables, you know, chopping, trying to delegate tasks on top of, you know, just keeping our orders on track, you know, things like that, making sure we're not overproducing, because then it's either waste, or we have things that we drink and we give to our family as well, since we want to keep them healthy. So we always have like our main drink, which is called the Boosty, which is an immune booster. We always keep those on hand for family, you know. So it's work because it's like taking the orders. We have an online order form now. I was doing everything manually, working on the website right now, which is awesome. Confirming the orders, receiving payments, getting the list, going grocery shopping, making sure we have bottles and labels, because we've had situations where we didn't have bottles. We didn't have enough bottles of them.
During COVID,
it was just bad. Like, we were like, where did it go? Then the shipment went to Texas instead of California. So there's just the logistics behind it, like trying to make sure everything is in order. So it's been a learning process for it, you know, and then getting everything done, packaged, labeled, sealed, juice ready to go, making sure orders are proper, then distributing them. You know, we have meetup locations for our drop-offs on Saturday and Sunday, and we just kind of go from there. And it's just like then all the pressure.
I have a question about, since you guys are kind of remotely, you guys are like working from home pretty much because you guys are separate. How does that work? So on the weekend, like, what if there's a shipment to, like, let's say Florida? Like, how do you decide who's shipping it? You know, like, how does that
We haven't started
work?
shipping. We haven't started shipping yet.
Oh, okay.
We haven't started shipping yet, especially with COVID and how it's affecting the shipping with perishables. We just didn't want to take that chance with someone, you know, their juices being like in progress for 3 to 5 days. Refrigerated. You know, we will ship it with dry ice, but there's just a possibility that it will spoil by the time they get to it. So we didn't want to take that loss. So we hope to start just shipping like within our states too. We're just trying to see how it's going to do. So we're going to do some test runs here in LA. We're going to do some test runs. We have family in LA. I have some people in Dallas. Just trying to see, like, how long does it actually take to get to you? If it can get to you within 24 hours with the dry ice, you know, then we'll see how that works. You know, because it can last room temperature for a day, but we just want to make sure within 24 hours, we want it to be chilled, you know, and then refrigerator frozen.
So on the weekend, are you guys like just going to your meetup spots? You're going to your meetup spots in the Bay Area. You're going to yours in Houston, and then just sell. Like, you know what I mean? Is that kind of how it is?
No, it's orders. Orders.
Yeah.
Place an order.
Oh, okay. So you're not out there just.
Orders out there and deliver.
You're not out there just like kind of like almost like a taco truck, like waiting for people to come to you. People already know you're gonna be there because they placed the order. Oh, okay. That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. So we look forward to doing like more like events like farmers markets and like community events and things like that.
Ain't no events.
Like we are so eager to start doing that. Like the thing is, Houston is actually pretty open. Like my mom is down here right now, and she's like, the freeway is so crowded. Like the parking lots, like if I drove down the freeway and showed you guys how many cars are in the parking lots, like it's pretty lit.
Yeah,
like versus California, when I was out there, I was like, dang, you can't do anything. But out here, it's been open. So Texas, Houston has been about getting its money.
Yeah.
So we're not in shutdown, but just for my own comfort, it's not comfortable in going into those spaces yet. But we look forward to participating in community events and getting out there and vending.
Yeah. When everything opens up and stuff, you guys should check out Melrose Trading Post. It's in LA. It's like a big, almost like a flea market. They have everything. But like celebrities go through there every day. And I that's where I usually do my clothing events, like twice a year or something. And you're getting like 10,000 people that walk through there a day. So
nice.
It's really cool. It's really cool. So check that out. That'll be great for you guys' business and stuff.
Yeah, thanks. We'll look into that.
Yep. How are you guys marketing? What are your guys' marketing strategies? Have you experimented with like Facebook and Instagram advertising or anything?
We have in the beginning. I did. It was like, but it's like starting a business and you're kind of nervous and you're kind of unsure.
Yep.
And you're spending money and you're hoping that it's gonna get there. And there were little things that we noticed, like we could do the marketing and promo, but with people who don't know us, they're wanting to go directly to a website. They just want to click. They don't want to talk too much. They don't want to.
Yep.
So there was like where I was like, okay, there's things we have to get in order first before we could start doing the bigger online marketing. Like I could spend the little $30 or whatever for 5 days, but we were getting a lot of clicks. So people were drawn to the brand. We get lots of great feedback about the brand and our marketing and promo. I have a friend who's based out of LA who does that for us. So if you go to our Instagram or our Facebook, you'll see we have a lot of interactive things that are going on, music. So we wanted to create a vibe, with our marketing and promo that really reflected who me and my sister are. Like we're heavy into jazz and just like indie music artists, things like that. So we want, when you come to our marketing and promo, you'll hear music that should stimulate something within you. And we wanted to play off of Bay Area, like lingo, so the Get Hella Juice is our slogan. People think that that's the name of our brand, but it's not. Get Hella Juice was just the slogan, like for the juices. So our business is Hella Healing Wellness, and you want to come and get hella juice with us, pretty much. That's what we're saying. So that in itself, with the colors and the pop, we just wanted to create something that was attractive and was going to be provocative for people who were into health and wellness and those who weren't. So
that's
really
pretty
cool.
big right now.
Yep.
A lot of people are really into health and wellness, or wanting to get healthy, or wanting to juice, but they don't want to juice. So that's where we come in. We'll juice for you.
Shit, right now they gotta do whatever to stay healthy, because gyms are closed and stuff, and like people are like scrambling. Like I've been trying to build my home gym in the garage and like buying material. Like everyone, like the weights and the home equipment is like 3 times what it used to be in price.
So expensive.
People are like trying to make their money, which I respect. Hey, I respect it, but like it's just crazy. Yeah, it's crazy out here.
Facebook Marketplace.
I've been, but they're like the prices are just like 3 times, like, and then every place is like sold out and don't have like any like timeline of returning. Like they've been talking about like end of October, maybe December. Yeah, I'm like, wait, what?
All right, I was like,
I'm over here getting a dad belly. Shit,
dad bod in the
I am for real. I got a 1.5-year-old, and I'm like, man. So I just be trying to run with him. But it's a struggle out here for sure. And the business though is like really keeping people motivated to stay healthy, and that's really cool. Have you always been into nutrition, both of you guys? Have you always?
Well, I was a vegetarian for about 6 years, but I wasn't advertising like, oh, eat healthy, eat healthy. It was just like from my own research, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to cleanse, this is what I want to stay on track for myself. But I think it wasn't until like my sister got into nutrition and she was sharing all the different stuff and like just the different herbs that heal you. And I had really bad eczema. And just from like some of the natural things that grow around us has like pretty much healed me. I barely have any breakouts anymore. And I learned that, you know, my eczema came from having a leaky gut, which was from eating all this dairy, from all this processed foods. Like, how do I stop that? And that was me being a vegetarian and still eating like that. So I was like, okay, now I need to correct it and change it. Where do I start? How do I do this? And I felt like it wasn't until she got into her nutrition that I understood, you know, I wanted to understand myself more. I wanted to hella heal. What does that look like?
Yeah. Nah,
like
what can we talk about that real quick? The vegetarian thing. You said you were a vegetarian for 6 years. Are you not no more? What happened?
So I stopped. I was eating meat for 3 years. I got really sick in that transition. I got a bad bacteria infection. Like, my food wasn't digesting in the body. But it was like, no, I want these chicken tacos bad. Like, I want to keep eating.
Hey, chicken tacos lit though. I love chicken taco. You in Oakland, so.
I wanted them bad, and nothing was going to stop me from having that. And then, you know, 3 years have went by. I've gained all this weight. I was in an unhealthy relationship, and I needed to make a change. And so I was like, you know what, I'm a cold turkey stop. And I stopped immediately. So I'm a vegetarian again, and we going on year 1.5. So it's better, so much better, because now I've included working out with eating healthy. And I was like, you know what, I want to really live what we're doing. I want to hella heal. What does that look like for me? You know, so I'm out here just trying to do good for myself so that, you know, I can share it with everyone else, you know, pour into other people that are around us.
Yep. Well, cool story. How'd you get into nutrition, Ronnie?
So back in 2013, I had decided I wanted to lose weight. I had just had my second child, and I was just like, well, what do we do? So I just started eating better and exercising, and that eventually led to me doing amateur bodybuilding.
Okay.
And in doing that, I had a coach who was creating my meal plans for me, and I realized how much I ate and how that affected my body. Like, within just a week, like if I wanted to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, I had to eat a certain way. I had to work out a certain way. So it was just kind of the, just learning the biology of the food, like just really seeing how it was affecting the body. And then it went from there to wanting to understand how we can use food as medicine. So I attended Bowman College out of Berkeley, which was an amazing but hectic experience for me, but it taught me so much. And so it was like, I wanted to be able to bring that to my community, the people who I knew, my friends, my family, who I felt like didn't know. There was so much, I just feel like as people of color, that as Black people, there was so much we didn't know about food. We didn't know how to use it as medicine, and we had been taught to eat a certain way, just culturally from our ancestors, our lineage. We just ate a certain way, and if we didn't eat that way, it was you eat like white people, or you know, something like that. Like we like really like bullied each other like about eating. And I'm like, I'm in this class and I'm eating coconut chia seed custard, and I'm eating, you know, red sauerkraut. I'm like, I ain't never ate sauerkraut in my whole life. Like, I've seen that stuff y'all put on your hot dog, but I don't want that. You know, but understanding that sauerkraut is a probiotic. It helps to keep your gut healthy. You know, so granted, I wouldn't pair it with a hot dog, but it was just learning the benefits of the food. And, you know, then it was like, after that, it was like, oh no, we need pasture-raised eggs if we're going to eat eggs, and we need to go get our meat from here, or we need to pay attention. Did you soak your veggies in vinegar and water? Did you get it? You know, so it was just like the awareness to both sides, the pros and cons of food, and sharing that with family. Like, it was just, after that, it was just like, okay, here we are. Like, I'm on it. And I didn't realize how into food I was, you know, like, it was like, you know how you can have some conversations and you don't really have much to say, but if you ask me about food, oh, we could talk about food. Like, you know, like, you might know something, you know, you might know more than you think you do, you know? So it's just like catching that wave and riding it. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I could tell you're very passionate about food. I love that. I can see that in you. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Hey, well, if you want to come over and cook for Thanksgiving, you know, I'll send you my address. So I need to help
might be in town. I just might be in town.
Facts. Nah, that's really cool. I appreciate you guys sharing those stories, and especially, you know, being a vegetarian and then, you know, falling off like, nah, I want the tacos, and then going back. So kind of that struggle and roller coaster you've dealt with. That's really good to know for the listeners and stuff. I do want to switch gears a little bit, and so 2020 has been hectic. You know, we're going to talk business. We've already talked about your business and kind of the ups and downs. I don't want to talk about how you've been emotionally through 2020. We've had so many things thrown at us, COVID, Black Lives Matter protests, fucking Trump's stupidity. So I want to know how you guys are doing emotionally as Black women in the business, but, you know, on personal levels.
Want to go, Ryan?
It's hard. I know. I gotta put you on the spot.
I feel like I've been on an emotional roller coaster. I think we both have, but I'm very happy that I do have my sister where I can just talk to you know, like without the judgment or without, you know, feeling a certain way, I guess, you know, because I'm trying not to cry. Okay.
Hey, no, go ahead, cry. We need it for the views. We need it. No, I'm just fine.
Only because I feel like I just experienced some shit or some stuff. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss.
Nah,
just some stuff like just over.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Just some shit over the weekend, you know.
Yeah.
And I was out in Tahoe with some friends, and you know, we were like, oh, let's go, you know, to the pool at the hotel. We went to the pool, and it was like immediately, white people. Sorry, y'all. Don't know how, like, they know how to make you feel
uncomfortable.
You like, they don't want you there.
And you are not wanted.
Like, you are not wanted there. And it was like, I mean, every little thing was an issue for them where they complained about everything. And I was just sitting there. I was just like, you know what? I was like, okay, but I'm not leaving. I'm about to sit here. Y'all gonna soak in all of this melanin right now. Cause it was a whole bunch of us. And it was like the moment we walked in to the moment we got in the pool, it was just like all eyes on us. And the pool guy was so tired of walking over to us like, I'm sorry, but can you put this away? I'm sorry. Can you do this? I'm sorry. Can you turn your music down? I'm sorry. That's
crazy.
You know what? I was like, it's okay. And it was just like, you knew who was complaining or who was talking about us, because it was just like, they did not take their eyes off us the entire time. And I never felt so like, ugh. Like, I was angry, but I was just like, you know, I can't do anything about it. So I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to bask in the sun and let all this melanin shine and get some more color, you know, while y'all just sit out here and be angry. And, you know, it hit me a little different this time. I don't know why. I guess because I felt like it was really more directed to us. Like, it was more direct. And I never, like, no, I won't say I never experienced racism, because, you know, I live out in Antioch and I came here before it kind of blew up, and it was a culture shock. I will say that. You know, I felt like even as a child trying to explain to my mom, you can't take us from a school full of culture and put us in this non-colorful school and expect me to fit in or get along with anybody, because that wasn't happening. You know, not until maybe middle school or high school or something like that.
I bet it's been I could see what you mean. Like, this weekend hit you differently because everything's probably been building up, and then to kind of experience it like firsthand, that like, you know, it's almost like, oh, I've been watching this movie the whole time, but now like, shit, I'm in the movie, and like I'm the leading character, and like all eyes are on me, which all eyes were on you in Tahoe. So
I was like, as much as it was making me uncomfortable, I was like, it's making them uncomfortable too. But you know what? This is 2020. And with all the fires and stuff that's going on and the Black Lives Matter movement, it's like you have your ups and downs with certain people. Because even I've noticed an influx of the W people being nicer to me, or even going out their way to speak to me, or moving out the way. And I'm like, okay. Like, like, hey, Bob, you know. Like,
Bob. Hey, Bob.
Like, that's how I was like, oh, cool shoes. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Nice shirt. I don't know. Like,
I actually had some friends that were in Tahoe last week. I mean, I was in Tahoe like 2 weeks. Everyone's in Tahoe. But I had some friends last week that were in Tahoe, and they were at the Zephyr Cove at the beach. And they had their tent set up, and then there was some white people next to them. And the white people came over and was like, oh, I love like the music you guys are listening to. And like, normally that's cool and stuff. And then all of a sudden, like after like 15 minutes of talking, my friend realizes the hat that they're wearing. And it's a MAGA hat. And like, that kind of just changed the whole vibe. Like they were getting along, and then they're like, well, I got to ask about it. And they were like, well, the white people were like, I don't really want to talk about it. We were doing so well. Can we just continue vibing?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just like, what do you do in that moment? You feel me? Like,
I want to be us so bad. It's not even funny.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy how like, they were vibing and getting a well so long, and then all of a sudden one thing could just make the whole situation sour. It's like, what do you actually believe in? What are your core values, and stuff. But yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a hell of a year.
I will say is I'm super surprised at this younger generation. Like they've been going in on their parents, going in on their friends, the people that are racist, because they're like, no Black lives do matter. And they're like, I'm like, okay, Sarah. All right. Yeah. Know your mom and dad, grandma and grandpa like.
Nice. Yeah. Also, I never realized how fucking racist California is. I always thought California was like the most diverse, but they've been creeping out. Like that shit around Lake Merritt a couple months ago with the nooses. Like I would have never expected that.
I know.
That's
crazy.
That's terrible.
It's really some racist people in California, but I mean, shit. Yeah. Anyways, we got about 5 minutes left, so I want to wrap up with the question, our guided conclusions section. So the question for you guys, we'll try and squeeze both of you in here. I don't know if we can do it, but what would you have done in 2019 to prepare for 2020 if you would have known all this bullshit was going to happen? What would you have done?
What would I have done? I don't know. I think if anything, like for me, business probably would have been on it. I would have been on it. Like I would have been preparing like website wise, like I would have been on it. So when it was like, oh, I got what you need. So from learning, just from what I've learned this far business wise, I think mentally and emotionally, there was no way to really prepare for 2020.
Yeah.
I think that it has been a roller coaster, a wild one, that the minute we think that we're kind of slowing down and getting ready, it's like it takes us for a dip again.
That's facts.
I don't know how you prepare. I don't know. Just like I said, I can say business wise, there's things that I wish I would have done sooner, but as far as mentally, emotionally, it's been heartbreak this year. There's been a lot of heartbreak this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a lot of death, like a lot of.
Oh yeah.
Like, that Chadwick
we just lost a family member yesterday.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. These are things that are not COVID related. You know what I'm saying? Just death.
Yeah, just
There's been a lot of death where it's just like, I was telling somebody, it was like the Avengers movie. Like I was when half the people just was gone, like it's just like, we need the Infinity Stone.
Yeah. Facts.
But it just kind of felt like there were people that were just chosen to go this year. Yeah. Like so many people died that we feel like didn't have to, because of COVID. And then it was just a lot. It was a lot this year. Yeah. True, and it's not over. Yeah. So there's no switch on December 31st at 11:59.
I know everyone thinks so. Everyone thinks like we gonna go into January 1st, 2021, like turned up and everything's gonna be fine. Yeah. Like 2021 might be worse because we finna head into a recession and we gotta go dig ourselves out of it first. And we don't even know who the fuck's gonna be president right now. Like people still trying to plan for 2021. I'm like, I might move to Canada, so because they doing cool. Like I'm not gonna plan for a Tahoe or Vegas trip in 2021, and I might be out of this bitch. So
yeah, because like we don't want to speak negativity into it, but it's just like that's just the facts. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like at this point, I think it's just focusing on what's important.
Yes.
Focusing on your loved ones, living life to its fullest. If you have dreams, work on them, make them happen, because it's made us realize how little time we have. Like life is like a breath. Like it's so faint, you know, and you're just here one day and everyone's talking to you and you're just gone, you know? So if there's things you want to do, go do it.
That's a perfect way to end the episode. Like, I wish I had music like playing and like slowly, you know, the volume rising right there. That was perfect. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys coming up. We got about 30 seconds left, but I want you guys to share your guys' social media so everyone can follow you and get the juice. I definitely want to check out the juice. So, Ryan, we got to talk about a meetup spot. Yeah. But go ahead, share your stuff.
We are at Hella Healing Wellness on Instagram. It's Hella Healing Wellness on Facebook. Am I forgetting anything else? No.
Nah, we have a Twitter, but we don't use it. It's Hella Healing, but we don't use it. But not yet, anyway. Maybe I'll get Ryan on there. Ryan lives. But yeah, hit us up, follow us, give us a like, ask them some questions, link up with us.
Follow us.
We're here to help.
For sure.
Trying to heal, hella heal.
This is the Misguided Podcast, where we intend to guide you to a better future. Again, I'm here with Ryan and Ronnie, and I appreciate you guys. Have a good one, and I'll share the link with you. All right.
All right.
Blessings.
Thank you for having us. Blessings.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.